Well, here we are at the Walking Highlights 8th picked place out of the hat. For those who haven't watched the Walking Highlights draw, I did put a message on that video to say thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed recently. I'm now in 3 digits rather than 2 digits, and it, you know, for me it's a massive step, you know, so thank you so much for that. And yeah, it's fantastic. You know, it's hard to explain in words, but obviously my next target will be 200 subscribers, and I know that's not going to be something that will happen overnight. Anyway, let's get on with today. Today, I'm in Taunton in Somerset. I will be starting in Priory Fields Retail Park, and then I'll be going right from the roundabout along Trenchard Way, and then I'll be going down Priory Fields on the left, and this will take me down to the footpath alongside the River Tone. And as we go, we should see some lovely views and scenery of the river. I'll be going all the way down here, and then at some point I'll turn round, and then I possibly may experience the other side of the river alongside the railway line, and then I'll be going back to the car. So join me on my walk to see how I get on. So we've just got to come out of Priory Fields Retail Park towards the main road. So on this roundabout we're going to go up that way, basically. Trenchard Way up here, but make sure that you go on the right side of this pavement, because there's cyclists on the right, and then of course we need to be on the left as a pedestrian. So just up here we're going to turn left. Well, it was a little bit frustrating today to find somewhere to park, because I was hoping to park in Bathpool car park, but that has closed, and there's lots of, just you turn up there and there's just lots of building work going on there. And then in terms of, oh, that is windy. That is windy. But yeah, so you couldn't park there because it's closed, and a lot of parking permits. There we go, there's the River Tone, the first sight of it. I'm going to go this way. But yeah, lots of parking permits, and just behind the Shell garage is a 2-hour parking for free, or using a permit. But in the retail park I was able to get 3 hours. But obviously you have to be mindful of parking these places, because it is customer parking. But I wanted to get the most time out of being here, you know, so I did go for this option. A nice little bridge across the river there, look. Just some important information if you're going to consider fishing. So you have to make sure, obviously, that you have got a proper license, look, because there are some people here that are fishing. Well, it's a bit high up, isn't it, to get your camera over there to take a picture. So, well, you can kind of sort of try and do it, but yeah, not too bad. We'll carry on after the bridge on this side, but you can go over that side if you want to, or you can be on this side. So you've got those choices. It's a wonderful day today, isn't it? It really is. I'm just about to go under the A358. There's some graffiti. That's clever, isn't it? That is it Dracula or something like that? Oh, there's a train. So on the other side, folks, you can go close to that train if you want to walk that way. So yeah, there's plenty of fishermen around today. Presumably this bit is probably private. You can't just sort of park here, I don't think. The width of the road there. Well, this area of the canal is pleasant, isn't it? Got the sound of the water there, look, and the trains going past. That's quite a long bridge, isn't it? Oh, I wish I brought my jacket. Actually, it's quite chilly. I've got my obviously got my top on over my t-shirt, but my hands are feeling a bit cold. Thing is, I don't want to have too many layers because I end up just taking them off, and then you've got to carry them, haven't you, on your back or around your waist. So here's some information about Taunton. So Taunton is steeped in history and has much to entertain its visitors. From the superb Somerset Museum in the remnants of the castle to the cricket ground and racecourse, a centre for arts and culture. It has shops, cafes, restaurants, and it has trains, riverside walks, and a weekly farmers market. So the train didn't want to be left out, look. Rooted between the majestic Quantock Hills, Somerset Levels and the woodland cloaked Blackdowns, Taunton's lively nature plays host to major sports centre Somerset County Cricket Club. It's also a growing business hub, serviced by a vibrant hospitality culture. The things that you can do in Taunton: it's an ideal location and identity, as county town of Somerset makes it perfect for exploring the wider area of Taunton Deane, everywhere from the cattle grazed meadows of the Somerset Levels to the windswept heights of the Quantock Hills and striking Blackdowns, which we've seen a bit of, haven't we? It also boasts an impressive cultural offering ranging from museums and ancient monuments like the ancient Taunton Castle to contemporary centres like the Brewhouse, Theatre and Arts Centre. Now, you can explore the Museum of Somerset, based at the 12th century Taunton Castle, and follow Somerset's history from prehistoric times to the present day. Stunning perpendicular Gothic style architecture can be found soaring 163 feet above Taunton at the historic St Mary Magdalene Church, while Hestercombe Gardens are a paradise for nature lovers with 50 acres of enchanting gardens, stunning terraces, lakes and cascades. Look at this, that's lovely. There you go, look. Try not to fall in obviously, but look at that, lovely. Yeah, I think it's worth a picture, isn't it? Perfect. Now after that I want to be closer to the river. Again, all the lovely reflections off the water. And if you're into sort of like drawing or painting, nice opportunity, isn't it, just to come down and maybe just, yeah, do that. But it depends on your interests. I think the path just up there is a bit more flatter, so for people that want that, I mean, a branch came down, a tree came down, so you had to sort of go round it. But I mean, this is pretty okay, isn't it? Got molehills every so often, I think, along here. You can see them. I've noticed a lot of water sort of coming into the river from these little sections along the side. Opportunity to sit down and have my lunch, but it's a bit early for that. So it's 1:13, so yeah, I'll leave it for a bit longer. I'm sure there'll be some more opportunities. Just noticed those white flowers again that we saw in Pitminster. They're very similar, aren't they, to like bluebells, rather than like wild garlic. I don't think they're wild garlic, but yeah, good to see them again. Oh, look at that. They've definitely got the, I suppose, the defence system in place for the river, haven't they? These little bits and pieces that they put in. Now there's a fenced off bit over this little track here. Let's have a look. So we might need to go up there. Let's just see. Mind yourself, because you've got to climb over that, so don't trip. So there you go. Look, Riverside walk to town centre. That's where we've obviously just come from. There's another train. Right, just going to check footpath map a sec. Yeah, we just got to go up here and then we've got to go right. This area actually is Bathpool, I've just seen on the map, so that's cool. And right, got to cross over here. This is quite a busy road, so we've got to make sure we're making sure we're crossing safely. We have to go this way. When I first saw it, I thought someone's done their driveway or something, updated it, but no, it's actually the path. I didn't really see a lot of, it really wasn't a sign to say, you know, this is a walking path, but yes, it is. But this is on a little blue dotted line on footpath map, and then it will come onto the red line. But you know, when you come out for a walk, you kind of just, you're exploring, aren't you? So sometimes you'll might go on a different path, but you'll always end up, hopefully, on the route that you want to go. Yeah, I find these little bits of the river really fascinating to see. You know, that water coming out of the those big vents, I suppose you call them, or I don't know what the name of it is, or doors maybe. Got some ducks down there, look like they're doing some dabbling. So that train line is the Bristol to Exeter line, if you were wondering, on the other side. And we're going to be connecting back up with the red line. There's a little sign here that I'm intrigued to find out what that says. If you've got a family, always handy to know where you are. There's a lot. That's good. Always good to see green spaces, isn't it? And I think we've got to go this way, otherwise we'll go back on the main road, which we don't want. We've got a bench there. What's the time? 1:31. Right, yeah, I think I will stop now for my lunch. Right. Just wondering if that seagull was hanging around here, like one of those smaller ones. Because as soon as he sees me at my lunch, he'll probably be down here like a flash, but should be good. Let's do it. Now you've probably noticed that I have quite a lot of these Evian bottles, and I find them really good over other recyclable water bottles because the plastic is thicker, it doesn't dent so much when it's in your rucksack, and they fit perfectly into the side pocket of my rucksack, so it's ideal. So yeah, just something I thought I'd mention. Right, hands are still cold, but we're walking, we're keeping ourselves warm by doing that. I'll catch you in a bit. I was just sitting here finishing off my lunch, and I was just looking at, you know, in front of me. It was just, it's a shame to see, you know, just seeing like bits of plastic sort of hanging on the edge of the riverbank. But hopefully at some point there's a project in place that could, you know, deal with this, because, you know, it's not great for wildlife, and it's, you know, it's not great to see for just the general environment, you know. Off we go again, and it's windy. It might be sensible in a moment to turn round because we've got an hour and 30 left. So Let's just have a look down here at the river. Come on, let's have a look. See, look, there's plenty of these rings. Brilliant. Oh dear, someone's thrown in a shopping trolley. Not good. Not good. Oh, some ducks flying off. Yeah, so we'll leave it at that, folks. Oh, it's nice when the wind stops persisting and it's a bit still. Whoa, look what I found, folks. Found some daffodils starting to sprout up. So that's always a sign. Of course, the seasons are changing, and we're going to get longer days and warmer weather. Brilliant. That's made me happy, I must say. Now, instead of going back the same way, I'm going to go over the other side of the river. So the River Tone is a river in the English county of Somerset. The river is about 33 kilometres long. Its source is at Beverton Pond near Hewish Champflower in the Brendan Hills, and is dammed at Clatworthy Reservoir, which I mentioned before, Clatworthy Reservoir, and at some point I will do a walking highlights of it. So we've just got to go under here, look, through like a little small alleyway, look. Get that echo happening again. And look, there's the railway line, folks, look. So now you get a good taste of the both sides of walking along here. So you've got a nature walk. It's great to see these posts, you know, and I must say, I've seen people out walking their dogs. I've seen families and people on their bikes. It's a real good place to come for anyone. And this path's good as well, isn't it? It's wide, it's flat, it's well maintained. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm impressed. So impressed, I'm forgetting to drink my water. Better drink some of that. See, there's so much left in there. Got to keep on top of that. Yeah, don't forget that. I've said it many times, haven't I, over the different videos. Otherwise, you'll end up with like, you can end up with like a headache the next day, can't you? And you don't want that. So. So I think I like to stay down here now, but you've got a general idea that the path up there is really suitable for everyone. But yeah, nice to see the river on the other side as well, isn't it? Well, folks, I've actually noticed some daffodils that are out. Wow. I'll show you in just a moment. There you go. With the backdrop of the river. Can have a little look down here actually. Oh, brilliant. I could stand here for a while, I can tell you that. Super. The River Tone really showing itself here, isn't it? From both sides, brilliant. You've got the A38 on the other side of the river, but you almost forget it's there, the sound of the road, because you're sort of focusing on like other sounds like the River Tone, the birds, and you're just in that moment rather than thinking about anything else, you know. You've still got options of paths here. I'm just going along here still, but you can go up onto, there's a path there and there's another path over there which is what I was on before, a wider path, so you can just choose the path that's most suitable for you. Sometimes it's just nice to focus on walking and not really saying too much. And we're just going back now onto the main path because that path has brought us up here. Back onto a really good path up here. So in a moment I'm going to cross over this bridge, so we're on the right side of the river, so we can easily get back up to the car park without too much diversion. So just up here is the Bridgewater and Taunton canal. So close to it, folks, isn't it? And I'll give you a little glance of that, and if you want to see more of this, then check out my Bathpool part 1 and part 2 walking highlights. Look at that. And we came on this bridge earlier to attempt to take a picture. Such a lovely day today, it really is. And yeah, we're going to go back down here. There we go, the walk is complete. I did 5.9 kilometers in the end, so yeah, just right, and a good amount of time just to take your time without rushing, walking fast and taking in the River Tone. So just to let you know about the parking arrangements here, it's quite difficult, folks, because as I said at the beginning, Bathpool car park is closed and it's just like a work site there, so you won't be able to park there if you try going there. Instead, you've got this Priory retail park, but you've got to be mindful because it is a car park for customers to use the shops here. There's a lot of permit parking around this area. There is a road just behind the Shell petrol station that does have parking for 2 hours for free, so you could check that out if you would prefer. I'm going to have to leave the choice of parking in here up to you folks, but I've come back and I've been okay in terms of no parking tickets because I've arrived back in time. But yeah, wonderful, nice and flat, and you know, the other side of the river is ideal for anyone really, you know, but wonderful relaxing views of the wonderful River Tone, and it's not too far to walk from here if this is where you decide to park, and you can just then head down to the river, and then you can do like a little loop, or you can just come back on the same side. But my time is limited here, folks, so I'm going to have to leave it at that. But thank you for joining us. Take care and join me for another walking journey very soon. And it's bye bye from me in Taunton.